If you get a gap down the middle of your hair when you style your curly hair, then trust me, I've got you. I had this problem for years until I switched it up, and now I have no gap down the middle, and this is what my hair looks like when it's completely dry and I've styled it properly by sectioning the back. So that is what I'm going to show you in this video, and I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to briefly show you how I style my curly hair. If you want a full routine, I have one for definition and one for volume. I will link them in the iCards and in the description. But I'm first going in with an oil and I'm just raking this through. And I am doing this in two sections just because I find it easier this way, but it's okay because we're not going to properly style it this way. And then I'm just sectioning up the top because we're going to do the flip section method for this. And this is another thing for how to get rid of that gap at the back of your hair. I'm going in with a leave-in conditioner, and again, I am applying this in two sections just because it's easier, raking it through, but we're not styling yet. So that is the difference. Like, we're not just leaving it, we're then going to brush style and do the section at the back in itself. So I'm just raking this all through, making sure that's all evenly distributed and getting it all throughout the strands, and I'm squeezing the hair to get rid of the frizz and promote definition. I'm then going in with a slightly thicker leave-in conditioner just because this is really good for definition for me. I go in with a lightweight one first and then a thicker one. Again, the details of this is in my proper curly hair routine. And now for the actual first step of styling the back of your hair. So you're going to section the back in its own section. So I'm literally just doing two straight lines down the back and sectioning this off in its own little section. And then we're going to do horizontal sections and we're going to brush style these little sections. How many times can I say sections? Twisting away the top bit, and then I'm taking my bounce curl brush. I have been converted. If you see my recent video, it is incredible. I promise you I've used it every single time since. And I'm just brush styling this, like combing through the product first with the brush, making sure it's all throughout my hair. And this is going to promote definition. Not that this is what the video is about, but this brush is incredible. I am absolutely obsessed with it. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard to get the brush to work in this clip, but I'm just sectioning off its own horizontal sections, and this is going to eliminate a gap in the back of our head. Obviously you can't really see what you're doing, but you can feel your way through it. You can feel whether your hair is like in the right place where you want it to be. You can feel if it's detangled enough, and honestly, like, if it helps you, record yourself so that you can see what it looks like. I'm then just styling the rest of my hair, and again just using the brush to do this, but you don't really need to see this. If you do want to see a full video of this, it is on my channel of me testing this brush and also in my curly hair routines as well. But it's super easy. And another little tip is that I'm then flicking the hair to the back and moving your hair around at the scalp, like not leaving it in its section where it is. I used to be so afraid of this because I used to think it was going to give me frizz, but honestly, move your hair around as much as you can. Get it off your scalp, and that is also going to eliminate any sections throughout your hair. Now onto styling the top section, which is again another tip for styling the back of your hair. We are going to be using the flip section method. Now I have used this in both of my curly hair routines as well, so if you want to watch those, they will be in the description. But it's so easy and so simple. We're basically doing horizontal sections after we've applied our products, combing it through with the brush and pulling it upwards. And what this is going to do is it's going to create so much volume at the root, but because this hair is then going backwards, like this is actually the back of my hair, but it is coming forward and upwards in its own horizontal section. It's not being split into two before it goes back, so we're not going to get that line and we're not going to get that separation at the back of our head. And this is super easy, honestly. Like, it's not adding anything to your routine, especially if you already brush style. It's super quick, and especially if you're like me and actually have quite thin curly hair, it really doesn't take long to brush style at all. For my fringe pieces, I'm literally just doing the exact same, but I'm curling it like a little bit more towards my face just because I find that these bits can be in their own sections. Obviously it's at the front of my hair and it's my fringe pieces, so I can style these on their own, and it's going to give me more like little defined curl clumps by doing it this way. At this stage, this is what your hair should look like, and this is what mine looks like. As you can see, we have no gap down the middle. But the next step is to go in with mousse, and again I do apply this in two sections just because again it's easier to see what I'm doing, but I am then going to flip it over and kind of get rid of that section. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But this is the John Frieda Dream Curls mousse, I think maybe it is, and honestly, like, I could rave about this product forever. It is insane. But I'm then flipping my hair over and again, like kind of like shaking my hair just to get rid of that section that I may have just created. I don't find it like a big problem for me because obviously the gel cast or the mousse cast hasn't been set yet. We've not dried our hair yet, so it doesn't really make much difference. But just make sure that you're kind of moving your hair around and getting it off your scalp. But this is what my hair looks like when it is wet, no gap down the middle, and honestly, look how defined those curls are. And this is my hair when it's dry. We have no gap down the back. When I tell you I had it for years, I don't know why nobody told me sooner, but honestly, like, this is a game changer for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.